Good afternoon. My name is Scott Rudd, the Chief Strategic Officer at T3Lab.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是华尔街多媒体主持人王雨涵，在华尔街 T3交易公司向您问好。继标普昨天表现欠佳之后，今天我们看到了美国的三大股指纷纷得来了上扬，似乎在特朗普当选以来的涨势又回来了。那么在市场中，我们看到今天的经济数据呢，也是都非常的良好。首先 CPI 环比增长了 1.6%， 是近2年来增长率的最大值。我们还能够看到上周的首次申请失业救济金人数为 23.5 万，是超过40年来的最低位，表现了劳动力市场是非常的强劲。除此之外，我们不得不说的是，耶伦今天发表了演讲，被 CNBC 称为最鹰派的发言。那么所有的这些似乎都意味着12月的加息已经成为必然。那么在12月加息即将来临的当下，我们应该如何操作？加息又会对市场带来哪些影响呢？我们来听一下 Scott 的分析。Hi Scott, we are seeing S&P is acting pretty well today after yesterday's quiet performance. So when do you see the S&P can catch up with the Dow?
Well, it's on its way, right? The Dow made new highs or all-time highs 3-4 sessions ago, so we're trying to figure out, can the S&P and the spiders play catch-up? And those following us on the VTF, or if you look at my Redler, or Red Dog T3 Twitter feed, you see that I've been long it and trying to connect the dots. And if you look at here at the S&P cash, doesn't get much more methodical than this. Here's your downtrend. Look at that. Boom. This is when you had your post-election move up, sideways, broke it. And then what happened? Consolidation. Consolidation above what? The 8-day moving average. What a coinky dink. Then it broke above this little flag, narrow range bar yesterday, and then continuation to the upside. Now here we are near all-time highs. That was a nice methodical catch-up move. You mentioned the Dow. Well, the Dow's been sitting here, okay, which is fine. But it seems like the Dow, that was the first to move, okay, has consolidated well. And it seems like tomorrow, if it's not a trap, the Dow could be making some headlines to be making all-time highs if it didn't already do that today. So all in all, very constructive action if you're not looking for a top and you're looking for setups.
Today, tech is having a great day. So how long do you see the tech is going to grow in the future?
Well, early in the week we tried to figure out could, tech bounce back because everyone was talking about the relative weakness since the post-election Donald Trump trade. And meanwhile, I was pretty light today in tech, but for the past 2 days, we were focusing on the Qs to play some catch-up. And if you look at the Qs, all in all, not so bad, right? Yes, it wasn't the first to go, but what did it do? It held the 200-day, and then now it came right back up into resistance above all the moving averages. So not quite broken, just, not the first in and out, okay? If you look across the board, a few of us played Tesla today. Tesla, why do we play Tesla? It had a little engulfing bar. Maybe we'll see if it can get up to the 21-day. Facebook, to me, looks like it's trying to come back up. It's broken, but yesterday you had some bad news. Didn't go down, perked up today. Seems like tomorrow it's worth a look, especially if you sold it when it broke the trend line up here. Apple, in my opinion, had a nice wide range bar yesterday. Wasn't ready to go today. Absorbed the move that we saw above this little trend line. Held here, so maybe there's some more action there tomorrow. So these aren't new high trades like some of the indices, but tech itself, if you're strategic, you've been able to buy some. And you just have to know your pivots, your price points, and you get all of that from the Redler All Access note.
After Yellen gave a speech today, all the people are expecting the interest rate to increase in December. So as a result, the gold decreased a lot today. So do you think it's a good spot for people to buy in gold?
No. Okay, ever since post-election, I did this big seminar for Schwab Live, and I had a whole playbook for after the election, and it's been to sell gold. Granted, today to sell gold, not the best scenario, but if you did it the day after the election, you've been watching the recap, the morning call, okay, it was a great sell right here. This was your sell the news, okay? And if you didn't do it on that day, that engulfing day could have got you out. And now all of a sudden, boom, it's bear flag, which is a setup where you have a pull to the downside, little flag, and this should continue. Granted, we're on a big level here, so I would be a little careful. It's hard to short, but I would not be buying gold right here. And this move started well before Yellen today. Same thing with the TLTs. 90% odds for a December rate, okay? And that started well before the election also. The TLTs broke here and then got below the 200-day there and then broke to the downside post-election. I tried being long today, the TLTs, thinking I can get a cute oversold bounce, and got stopped out, lost money, and at this point, I would be very careful, just picking a spot to buy the TLTs. So at this point, I still think that this is very broken, very oversold. Just avoid it. Well, you got to make sure you tune in every day. We try and connect the dots, both long and short, between different sectors, different types of chart patterns. Tune in. If you want more, buy the Red Laurel Access Note. It'll be delivered to your inbox every day at 8:30 with 25 plus symbols and ideas that could generate some cash flow for you if you're not finding yourself with success as we go. Have a great night, and we'll see you on Monday.
以上就是今天的直击美股，我们明天再见。